and welcome to the Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 178. I'm Casey. Hi. Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Hey.
Hello!
Zero's doing Guru impressions because that was a thing that happened previously.
Hello, Lord Guru.
And Spoker's
That's
nail is way
Super
better.
Comic Guru!
You're losing it, Zero.
I'm losing it. I can't. I'm having too much fun, and I'm starting to lose.
You're putting too much emotion into it. Is the problem?
Yeah. Nah. Okay, I got back.
Keep it at a certain kind of monotone.
No.
Yes, Lord Guru. Anyway, we were starting the podcast, Lord Guru.
Yes.
So Zero is Spoken here, and Weasel's here.
It's Super Kami Guru.
I know, but like, I don't want to get too emotional and lose it again.
I'm
correct myself.
Super Kami Guru, and I'm the one not insulting your appearance.
We're having a rocking good start here.
And Slice is here too.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi, he's not Catchy 618.
I'm not.
Oh, and
We don't know
Dave is
where
patient,
Catchy is.
and he's not here either because he's college, I think.
Probably.
He's being patient somewhere else.
Die. Die in a hole.
He's in a college class that I'm sure that he's being patient.
Patience is being tested so that he may return and share his fate.
So, to be perfectly clear, this is being recorded last minute. It is due to go up in 3 hours and 3 minutes. So, you know.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. So what are we doing? What have we been doing? It's been a while since I've been on. Can I go first?
Go for it.
If you must.
All right. So this morning at like, 7 a.m. my time, there was a Pokemon Direct where everybody was all like, man, what are they going to do? Oh, it's 8 minutes. What are they going to do? So they announced, oh, hey, you guys like Pokken? And people were like, yeah, Pokken was pretty fun. Well, we're releasing like a deluxe version that has like more characters on the Switch. We were like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And we're also doing Pokemon Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun on the 3DS. And
Great.
like
Ultra.
like the Pokemon Company, Game Freak, they like the 3DS. They do not want to move to the Switch, and you can tell.
Did they say they're going to be making more Switches?
Oh yeah, they're doubling their. They're gonna make like 18 million at least by next March. So they're working to get like 20 million out there.
Well, that's
For
something
Switches.
at least.
Well, it's a lot. So I believe they were like, there was an article, they're competing with Apple for parts for their Switches. So it's a bit tough.
Yeah, because Apple just kind of run through products because all of them break within about a year. So people need to keep buying new. I'm not going to get into a gripe about Apple. So was that all the Pokemon stuff?
Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun, which we know nothing about except there's new designs for the like Solgaleo and Luna, whatever, the Sun and Moon Pokemon.
I feel so old.
And like there's apparently new story stuff and new Pokemon and stuff, but they didn't really go into any of that because E3 is literally next week. So sure, that exists.
Looking forward to that.
I remember when they had a little imagination with the naming conventions, and then they did Blaze Black 2. No, sorry, just Black 2.
Well, that was supposed to literally be a sequel.
Yeah. And this is the Ultra now.
I don't know what the heck is up with this.
It's
like,
possible they're trying to pull another Black and White 2 and do a direct sequel.
The way I see it is that they're trying to stall for time so they can actually know how to learn how to do like the Switch, because they've done handheld for so long that they don't know how to do actual consoles anymore. Is what I think.
Well, they did pretty damn well with not Coliseum, but the Coliseum sequel, Gale of Darkness.
XD.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago, and technology has changed a lot since then.
Also,
like-
was that actually Game Freak, or was that farmed out to another developer?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was actually Game Freak, because I remember really liking 3D rendering on the Game Freak intro.
Yeah, it was Game Freak, but that was also like, what was that? That was on the GameCube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And anytime Pokemon comes up now, ever since they released remakes of the first games that I played all the way through, I've always felt so old.
yeah,
They're doing remakes of games that I played when I was in middle school.
it's weird. And they're doing, and also I think the final thing was, oh hey, Pokemon Gold and Silver are going to be on the 3DS Virtual Console now. Congrats! I'm like, oh, okay, you released a remake of that for the DS, and it's only on the 3DS Virtual Console. So, so that just happened this morning. I just wanted to talk about that.
My favorite version is Heart Gold, Soul Silver for the walking Pokemon, so I can walk with my Farfetch'd.
Pretty
Farfetch'd
fun.
is cool. Have I mentioned how much I like you for having like Farfetch'd be your favorite? Because
Really?
It's Welsh.
You have not mentioned that, no. I mean, you mentioned Farfetch'd being Welsh, but you haven't mentioned that you like my favorite Pokemon is Farfetch'd.
Yeah.
He likes everything Welsh.
Yeah.
That's why he likes DXD so much.
That's why I have an ambivalence towards DXD, because they refuse to call it the Welsh dragon and just call it dragon.
DD.
Okay, so aside from that, going backwards in time, you remember when we did Zetman, and like we for the anime reflex thing?
Yep.
So I read all the chapters of Zetman, all 226.
Is it finished or is it still going?
That was Act 1. Apparently, an Act 2 is still in the works and hasn't come out yet.
Huh.
Act 1 is Zetman. Act 2 is called Zet. Yeah.
Where's the opening?
And so, like, that manga is, like, there's a lot to it that's really cool, but there's a lot to it where the pacing is just awful at times. Just awful. I haven't watched the full anime, but the anime got to basically the end of the manga in 13 episodes. So I can't imagine that fixes the pacing even. These 13 episodes to do 226 chapters seems a bit like you just cut out all the subplots. And there are a lot of subplots.
Yeah, well, my understanding is like the first episode with the old man dying was like a protracted thing where he actually fights for a while and does.
Yeah,
okay.
no, he fought with like he got his. What happened was he had like an arm cut off, and he was like, "I'm going to pick up this plank of wood and still try to fight this thing."
Yeah, and that was entirely pointless because he still loses.
Yeah, and the whole thing with the pseudo mom character, the aunt, basically, she doesn't get attacked by a monster to get her face out of that scar. It's like some like scumbag dude tries to mess with her because he kind of like, I don't know if he was like they had some sort of prior relationship or something. Because, because of her job, she attracts a lot of attention, and this guy kind of was trying to get something from her. And yeah, she got the scar from him, and little boy Jin beat him up.
I prefer the anime version of that, actually.
Yeah.
Because that actually creates some interpersonal drama between the two characters, because on some level, some illogical level, it almost feels like it would be his fault. And that's interesting character.
Yeah.
Motivation
There's
stuff, so it's cool. Anyway, we did
yeah.
we did a whole reflux on this show. We should probably not spend all of our time on it.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say briefly that I read all of it. There's some stuff I like in it. There's some stuff I'm not a big fan of, but it does try to deal with, the whole idea of justice versus screw your justice. I'm just going to do the right thing.
Lawful stupid versus good.
Yeah, the lawful stupid guy gets mentally broken down so much that it's really interesting to see like the stuff that he's forced to go through because he tries to pursue his lawful stupid so much.
Moral justice versus absolute justice?
It's more like one guy's like, we just gotta save people, and the other person's like, we gotta beat up the bad guys. That's the most important thing. And like, instead of knowing each other when they were children, the two main characters, they kind of like meet later on, and the one like justice dude is like, that guy's a true hero, and he kind of like fanboys, and they have a really interesting dynamic, I feel. Because the dude creates all sort of expectations for him, and there's it's a very interesting relationship. That's all I'm going to say. Aside from that, I was playing the new Fire Emblem that came out, which is like a re-release of, or not a re-release, but a remake of Fire Emblem Gaiden, the second game in the series, but like with new assets and like, oh, it's on the 3DS, and oh, look at all this new stuff and new systems, and you have dungeons you can run around in and towns and stuff.
The original game didn't have dungeons and towns?
No, it had dungeons and towns, but they're majorly like toned down, I guess. And dungeons and towns aren't really a thing in the series as a whole.
No, it's all strategy, battles, turn-based stuff.
Yeah. I found the dungeons to be fun, but they're a bit confusing because you can't really access a bigger map than what you have on the small screen, on the bottom screen, so it's kind of annoying. And the map design in that game is terrible. There are some really terrible maps in that game. It's fun. Boy, look at this giant fort that has one way you can enter it. Go. I'm like, that's not creative. It shows its age in the map design where they didn't really change as much as they should have. Aside from that, I bought a Proto Man arm because why not? It was half off and I had a coupon. And so I have a Proto Man replica that I can stick my arm in and shoot people with. It's fun.
So you said half off. How much did you end up paying for it?
It was like $90 originally. Then it was like half off, and I had like a $15 coupon.
Okay, that's not bad actually. $30 for a thing.
Yeah.
About.
Yeah, it was like 80 to 90. It was like close. It was like kind of in the 20 range. And I was like, that's a pretty good deal.
Casey, you okay over there?
Yeah, I have a frog in my throat.
Oh.
Well, maybe you should treat him better.
No, fuck him.
Seriously though, treat your throat well. It's an important thing.
Yeah. Let's see what else I've been playing. I've been playing Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Switch, and I'm having that thing where like you stop playing Tetris and then you start seeing Tetris in real life, known as the Tetris effect. And it's starting to get really like, I'm solving puzzles in my head. This should not be happening. I never really played Tetris before, and this is what happens? Okay. Fun game with some really like hilarious writing, but also, the voice acting is like, you can tell the voice actors are having fun with it. There's one character who always is like the worst, most like he accidentally says things which are very like they imply a lot of things. It's like, I must clear my innocence by assaulting this young girl. Trying to battle somebody. He's trying to battle somebody in Tetris because they called him a creeper, but like, really? I don't know. I found it kind of funny. Let's see. Oh, I'm done with school. I took a writing placement test as well, which was not too bad because I got classes I got to take, which are writing intensive. I saw Wonder Woman the other day.
Oh, cool. I'm going to see that tomorrow with Alex. Lucan.
Good movie.
Cool.
It is like, you know how superhero movies are supposed to inspire and like have a hopeful message
No.
or something. Yeah, it actually does have that, unlike Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman, where everybody's sad. It's like there's actually humor in this. It's not like tonally deaf or anything. It's good. I like it. It is. I think out of the past few DC movies, this is. I know it's not saying much, but this is the good one, and it was enjoyable.
That's a pretty low bar to meet. Yeah.
Also,
I know it's a low bar, but like, my dad said he'd put it in like his top 3 out of all of the superhero movies he's seen. So,
what were you gonna say, Weasel?
Also, Wonder Woman is played by a Middle Eastern actress.
Yeah, she's Israeli. See, here's the thing. I still find it easier to believe you're lying than that there's actually a good DC film.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on this whole thing about Wonder Woman being a good film.
I'm sorry, sir. That's not any judgment on you. It's just that unbelievable that there could be
I get
DC
it.
film.
I get it. But Zack Snyder had nothing to do with this, and that should be good enough.
Yes, but
right?
DC Comics did. And DC Comics, and to a lesser degree Marvel Comics, is a load of shit.
Well, if that's your attitude, you're never going to find a hero movie you enjoy. But no, I did enjoy it. So, you know, you might not, but like, it was fun and it had heart. Something I can't say about Suicide Squad or Batman vs Superman or Man of Steel.
Suicide Squad was
A mess.
Yeah.
It was a mess. Like you could
Suicide
tell
Squad?
you could tell where the reshoots happened with Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad was a DC movie.
The editing, like you could probably edit a good movie out of that somewhere. But
That's
even
my
then, it would
understanding
still
is
be.
they basically edited a bad movie into that.
Yeah.
Originally, it might have actually been good until the executives decided, no, we need to redo everything so it's completely tonally dissonant.
Yeah.
Like how there's some people that have said that Roger Ailes would call up female anchors between takes for Fox News segments and tell them to turn it up. The executives called up the editors and said, okay, so we're going to need you to shit this movie right up.
The worst thing about Suicide Squad is that it's not a Suicide Squad movie. It's them trying to do Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ew.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Whereas Suicide Squad would be, we're going to go do something that's super illegal and would get us in trouble, but we're villains anyways. And that's what we're hired for. Instead of, oh, hey, look, there's a big hole in the sky. You know that thing in the sky that's big and glowy? You gotta go stop that. That's in every hero movie that's bad.
And the Avengers.
And the Avengers, which started the whole thing, I feel.
I don't know, Green Lantern came first and did very much the same
Okay.
thing, actually.
Green Lantern, let's see, Green Lantern, Man of Steel, technically.
He broke his neck.
Remember the old Superman movies where Superman would go and evacuate all the people in the city first?
No.
That was a thing. That was a thing. That did not happen in Man of Steel.
No, but you see, the thing is, if we have to make Superman realistic, so he has to have a limit on his powers. So he can't just go into a city and, you know, evacuate everyone in the city by himself. That would make no sense.
The worst part of
Superman, he doesn't make sense in the first place.
Casey, what the hell was that voice?
That was me doing a silly voice in a British accent.
The worst part is
I
that...
thought that was you deliberately trying to sound like a pillock.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the point.
The worst part about Batman vs. Superman is that Lex Luthor is right. Superman's like, I'm doing this for my parents. and he doesn't have any sort of internal justice idea of like what's right and wrong for himself that he's trying to like live by to help people. And like you have freaking his adoptive parents who are like, don't be a hero, Clark. Don't use your powers. Let them die.
The fuck?
Holy shit, I didn't see this movie, and that is the most horrifying thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
literally,
yeah.
The dad is like, you could totally save me and everybody, but then you'd expose yourself to
I'm
the world.
going to die, so you can't use your powers.
Yeah.
Okay, so that... Okay, yeah, this is actually making the idea that Wonder Woman is a good movie even less believable, because it's reminding me of all of the shit to do.
That was Zack Snyder. This was a different writer and a different director.
And it's still DC Comics, and it still has the basic flaw of DC Comics, which is DC Comics doesn't know how to write characters. They write power sets with a vague personality.
Who's Zack Snyder?
A piece of shit in human form.
What?
He did Man of Steel, he did Batman vs. Superman, and he cocked up both characters, basically.
Huh.
In just about every sense. Like, he messed up their backstories, he messed up their motivations, he messed up their moral outlines for what they do and why they do it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I might be misremembering this, but didn't Batman use a gun at one point in Batman Superman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sort of.
What?
He had guns on the Batmobile that used to blow up cars, which totally had people in them.
Okay, I'm going to point something out. Batman
I know Batman did have a gun originally in the comics.
Yeah, but like...
Well, no, and he also probably pretty regularly either kills people and just doesn't think about it, or he does things that will inevitably lead to their deaths.
But the
Like
problem
breaking their
is...
bones.
The biggest problem is that, like, we're jumped into this version of Batman without any sort of preface. It's more like the last time we saw Batman was in, like, you know, Dark Knight Rises. And then there's this kind of just like tonally dissonant, like different Batman that is the exact opposite.
Yeah, I mean, I can get the logic of just jumping into this one and not doing the origin story because we have seen the origin story so many times.
But like, you needed a Batman movie that I feel like before you needed a Batman versus Superman movie with this new Batman. Like.
Yeah, just show what this one is separate from everything else. So we understand what we're dealing with when it comes to, hey, we're going to have this thing that kind of looks like the, you know, iconic comics character fight against this other thing that kind of looks like this iconic character, but are actually nothing to do with them in the slightest.
And it's like, in Batman vs. Superman, hey, how are Batman and Superman gonna fight? Is it gonna be a battle of ideals? Oh wait, Superman doesn't have those. Hey, Lex Luthor's gonna make Superman fight Batman because he kidnapped his mom, which shouldn't be a problem for Superman. He saved Lois Lane when she was in the Middle East all the way halfway across the world, because the reason is that he memorized her heartbeat. That's why.
Yeah, it's not like he would have ever done that for his mom that he's been around for his entire life.
And this is why we think you're lying when you say Wonder Woman was a good movie. The last 10 minutes of conversation is why.
There's a whole thing in Wonder Woman where
We've been going for 20 minutes now, and Zero is still telling us how his week is gone.
I'm sorry. There's like I said, there's a lot I've not been on in several weeks. So I think we've talked. Like, just go see Wonder Woman, and it's a good movie that actually is meant to make you feel like I left Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel with like just the angriest like little pout, and I left like and I left Wonder Woman.
I find that funnier when I remember your KFC royalty.
And I left Wonder Woman with a smile on my face. So that's the metric I'm going by at the current moment. I liked it.
Okay.
Let's see. Just to finish up.
I wish I didn't know what an angry Zero Pout would look like, but I do.
Ship.
It's unfortunately adorable.
Stop. Okay. So I was I don't know. I've gone far away from I just want to briefly talk about this because this has been on my mind for the past couple of days. A few months ago, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild came out, and when that first was out, I was like, "This is my favorite game. This is my favorite game ever."
Careful, Casey may be a dick and call you a fanboy.
What were we talking about? I zoned out for a second there.
I Breath of the Wild, like a few months ago, I was super like, "This is the best ever."
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. Now that I've gone far enough away from it, I'd say it's like maybe like third or fourth favorite Zelda game, but like I think the problem is that like that game does not have enough enemy variety, and like
It's basically
the boss,
Assassin's Creed, the Zelda edition.
the bosses are just bad. The dungeons are the main dungeons are not that great at all. Like the Zelda parts of it are not the best, but like the open world is super solid, but it has problems, and yeah, like it's a bit like it's the type of thing where I'd like the Majora's Mask of it, where they make a better version of it, but with like the same sort of engine. But yeah, just kind of wanted to say that.
Here's the part where it becomes patently obvious that all I like to do in all of my time is just to play devil's advocate on literally everything, even when I contradict myself. Here's the thing. They were trying something
my god,
new.
you were actually going to defend Breath of the Wild?
Yep. So here's the
it's
thing.
not
They were trying something new and integrating all of those different systems in a system that they already had and already perfected and really didn't need something new added to it. It makes sense that it'd be a little janky and it wouldn't gel as well as one might hope.
Yeah.
Welcome to the history of Nintendo trying to innovate for the past 10 years.
But here's the thing.
Let's add a new thing to a system we've already perfected. Metroid Other M.
Yeah, compared to how they've done for the past however long, this is probably one of the better examples.
This is the like it is a good game, but the Zelda parts of it are where it struggles, if that makes sense. Because they were trying so much new stuff. Like the bosses are not memorable. Like the main bosses, like you'll remember the mini bosses, like the map bosses a lot, but like they're not very memorable. And like I said, this is like I feel like it was setting up more of a mold like Ocarina of Time would, but the Majora's Mask of it is going to be the better version.
Probably.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
also, I stand by my comments about some of the systems in the open world. I'm not reneging on any of that.
Yeah, no,
I'm
like
not playing
if you don't like weapon durability as a mechanic, then you're not going to like the game. That's just kind of how it is.
I want to play this game so bad.
You're going to say something spoken.
So, is there anything else beyond Breath of the Wild that you did in the last while?
I just kind of was like thinking about that because like I was listening to old podcasts by other people who were talking about it, and I was like, reorganizing my thoughts on how I feel about it. Because last time we tried to talk about it, I kind of got like that was right after the whole gym position thing blew up, and like I had been pretty much like not really. I didn't even get to see his review for it because his website was down, and that was like an awful thing that happened, and like. That's just a toxic thing that just poisons everybody. Like,
yeah, happened to be.
Who?
But like it is not a bad game, but it has some serious flaws. So I was just doing a little retrospective on that. And other than that, I've just been writing. I got into like a writing fervor the other day where I was like, oh, there we go. This is how I'm going to do it. And I'm making a lot of progress on the thing I'm writing.
So that story's coming along then.
Yes, it's finally moving forward.
Yay.
I'm running into the problem though of boy, did they not flesh out the town of Vale?
No, they
as much.
kind of didn't. You just basically have to go by that one tiny map that they have that says cops here on it in several places.
It's so bad. I'm at the point where I'm just like, okay, screw it. I'm going to invent stuff if I keep running into this problem.
Yeah, well, it's kind of incidental. See, here's the thing. Veil's not really a set I'm going to use very much anymore.
I know,
So...
and I can tell that that's why they made Veil the way they did. But I'm trying. So yeah, the characters I'm writing have finally made it to the academy after the accursed place where I was stuck, which was the ride over to it.
Yeah, it's always an awkward scene to do because it's awkward in canon as well.
I wanted to have some interesting conversations and stuff, and I did like a big time skip. So I did a sort of just a little thing of, okay, here's a little bit of what happened. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I don't know whether I should clarify. I don't know whether you've actually announced that you're doing this, but you're doing a Ruby fic.
I've just said it's the Ruby fic. That's all I've said.
Yeah. So I know what it is, and I've helped brainstorm a couple times, and it's a really cool idea that I'm looking forward to seeing. So it's nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's good, but like you never know. And that's it for me. Sorry it took up so much time.
I also did some writing. Yay, I did some writing too. Yay.
Oh boy, that's a rarity.
Yeah.
You did. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah. I hate mobile apps just for everything.
Yeah.
I hate
What
it
did
so
you
much.
write, Casey Senpai?
It was my Ruby pick. I did a chapter of mine. And some bits and pieces for other stuff that's not quite finished yet, but yeah. So I couldn't access, or rather I couldn't use the doc manager for fanfiction.net on PC. It wouldn't upload anything. It would refuse, it would not connect, and I would be stuck. So I thought, well, on their Twitter they keep, plugging this app that they have. Maybe I'll use that instead. So what I did was I copied the file of my my chapter onto my phone. And I went, okay, fanfiction app, this is really annoying because I have to type out my email address with the fucking stupid phone keyboard. This is, why does anyone ever want to do this? Oh, right, because this is a backup option in case other stuff doesn't work. Right, fair enough. And I log in, go to the doc manager, and it's like, why is there no upload button? I have to type this out myself? What?
It's the backup option. Let's be fair.
So there's no actual document uploader for the mobile app for fanfiction. There's nothing. You have to either type it in yourself directly using your phone or tablet, I suppose, but either option's still kind of shitty. Or you have to do what I did, which was go through the rigmarole of installing an app on your phone that allows you to copy and paste a whole bunch of text, which was Word in my case, and then copy that text into the text editor for fanfiction app.
Like, could you not just highlight and drag the highlighter bounds over the text in the document on your phone?
See, here's the thing. Here's the way that works. You hold your finger down on a word, and it'll select that word, and then you can click and drag. You can only do it on a page. So if you have to scroll, you have to hold it down, drag it, and then let go, and then drag the page up, and then you have to drag it down again, and then scroll up. And you have to hope that you don't accidentally miss that little tiny little icon saying you can drag it. Because if you do, you have to start over.
Fun. So, other than dealing with a shitty app for a shitty fanfiction site, anything else?
So I had a fun conversation with Slice this morning. Turns out, and I was, I had an assumption, but now I have, unequivocal evidence that Laura Bailey apparently likes dicks. She does.
What?
Yeah. Oh, this conversation. Oh,
Wait,
this was
what?
fun.
So, here's the thing. Critical Role is a show. It's a really good show. Some of my favorite voice actors are on it. It's a D&D show where they play D&D. And I have learned some things about Laura Bailey from watching this show. One, that she has the sense of humor of, like, a 12-year-old, which is awesome. And at one point, one of the characters says something along the lines of, "I know you hated me from the beginning. I was kind of a dick." And this prompts Laura to say with such vehemence, "I like it. I like dicks." And that soundbite has been stuck in my head for the past 18 hours.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What show is this?
Critical Role.
Okay, I'm looking this
is
up.
the best. This is the best.
Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Don't answer that question. But
I know what you've already done with it.
Oh my.
Oh, it's on Geek and Sundry.
yeah,
Yeah.
there are 99 episodes. And they're about 4 hours long, so if you want to spend several weeks with a cool show that is awesome, that you could have run in the background while you're doing other stuff, then it's excellent and fun and very entertaining. And I honestly don't know what to do with this thing that's stuck in my head now and won't go away.
Oh. Well, to be fair, Laura Bailey's voice is basically audio porn.
Yeah, it's music. It's fantastic.
Oh, just remembered. I don't know if you guys ever saw this, but there's a new
is this-
Shaq-Fu A Legend Reborn trailer.
Oh god.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Has that
it's on multiple consoles, but this is just like the Switch trailer.
Has
They
anyone
made it.
has anyone ever heard of the manga Midori Days?
I've heard. Yes, I know of it. Yes.
Okay, well the authors
Yeah.
the authors did after he finished Midori Days, the mangaka made a manga called Ikora: Love and Collage. Basically, it's about this boy who's not interested in girls. He's interested in the parts of girls. So, like, he wants a girl with the perfect ears, or the perfect voice, or the perfect eyes, or
This makes
and so
sense
on.
considering Midori Days was about a guy with a girl for a right hand. Talk about like having a close friend right
So,
there.
due to some problems with the college, the main character Hachibe is forced to stay in the girls' dorms. And there's five girls there. One of them being the dorm, the teacher who manages the dorm, and each of them has the perfect blank. Like the teacher lady, she has the perfect legs, and so on. Well, one of the girls has the perfect voice in Hachibe's eyes, and there's an entire chapter where he's trying to trick her into saying dirty things, so he can record it.
Jesus.
I was about to say this sounds like something for like a serial killer's gonna try to combine them or
Yeah,
something.
That's what I was thinking too. I was
Funny enough, it
flashback
never
to
goes-
one episode of Buffy where they did exactly that, and yeah.
Funny enough, it never goes down that road.
Really?
Seems like a
Not even like a
yeah.
weird fantasy?
Not at all.
Huh.
It seriously seems like a missed opportunity to me.
If I date all of them at once, it's like I'm dating one perfect person.
I just have to treat them the exact same.
There's nothing that can go wrong with this line of thought.
Oh, by the way,
And thus we
later
get
on,
the rationale behind every harem anime ever.
he finds someone with
Yeah.
the perfect ass, but it's
Oh,
a
nice.
guy.
Damn it!
Why? Always. Why?
And it's
To be
really,
fair, that would be my dream come true.
it's really
Is it-
conflicting for Hachime because he's adamantly heterosexual, but dead ass.
Is it a trap at least? Like,
Nope.
damn it.
Yay.
See, here's the thing.
Slicer, you're into traps?
It's
No.
it's probably
But I
a
could-
fine like
You
like
can imagine.
like
If it looks like a woman, I'm okay. I can visually appreciate.
with like the clothes over it, it's probably fine, but without, that's probably a hairy ass. Is what is the thing. So if he's into
And
that,
he's-
sure, I
And
guess.
he's pansexual and very into Hachime.
Well,
Anyway,
Hmm,
oh yeah, Shaq-Fu had a trailer.
Yeah, sorry about that.
yeah, it did.
A Legend Reborn.
I'm just
This
saying
is
the
a-
thing where he's trying to trick the girl into saying dirty things
We
with
get
his
it.
sexy voice.
We get it.
I'm picturing Casey
get-
doing that
we
with Laura
get it.
Bailey.
We get it.
Sorry.
If you don't know what what
Go ahead.
Shaq-Fu, this was like a Indiegogo campaign a long time ago,
Yeah, it was.
and it's like actually going to be a thing. Like it's going to be on like all consoles or something. It's going to be like on PC. It's going to be on Switch, stuff like that. And it's like beat 'em up with Shaq-Fu. You know, you're Shaquille O'Neal, and you gotta go beat up the bad guys. Stupid.
this
I
seems
love it.
stupid.
Yeah,
It's-
you know, funnily enough, it's not the only basketball-themed beat-em-up game that existed.
Yeah,
Well,
I
like
know.
Shaq-Fu was like a thing way back in like the 80s or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I
Yeah.
mean. There was Michael
Yeah.
Jordan chaos in the Windy City, and he would throw elemental basketballs at enemies and stuff. It was
It's not even the only stupid fighting game with a main character who probably shouldn't be in a fighting game.
I mean, they made like a giant buff shit like Shaquille O'Neal, and he's like beating up guys, and the gameplay looks kind of eh. But I just love it because it's so stupid. Like, really? Oh,
yeah,
Okay.
it's a meme game.
yeah.
Hey, Casey.
Hmm.
What's the episode you mentioned where Laura Bailey likes dicks?
It's episode 99, and the time code for it is 1:10:59.
Yeah, he has it memorized.
It's disturbing you know that off the top of your head.
No, it's not. It's entirely natural that I know that off the top of my head.
Hey, so what else did you do with your 18 I mean, rest of your week, Casey?
I got a call about a job that, you know, maybe I could apply for, and that would be great. And the agency were like, hey, I'm going to send you the information and call back in an hour once you've had a look at it and seen where it is and whether you can actually get there. And I'm like, oh, because it's 9:30 in the morning, and I was up until like 4 writing that chapter that I was talking about.
Yeah.
And so I get up and wait patiently for this email that's supposed to be coming. And,
You were the patient one.
Yeah, you know, I'm looking for work, so I need to actually do this stuff, even if it's inconvenient. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. 10:30 rolls around. At this point, I'm waiting for a phone call so I can tell the woman, hey, you didn't actually send me that email, so if you could send that to me and then we can try this again whenever's convenient, that'd be great. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. I hate agencies. I hate them so much.
Yeah,
They
It's
never got
okay.
back.
It's
this
okay.
is basically my experience with a temp agency that I tried to get work with a while back. Called me up,
Casey?
said they had a job. It'd pay really well. They said they'd email me the address. They didn't email me the address. I called them up. They said, I'm sorry, we'll get the address. We'll call you back. They never called me back. I tried calling again. I got an answering machine. I left a message. They never called me back.
Most
calling
annoying.
I got
most annoying
someone.
person wins.
I'm sorry, you're not in our database, Mr. McKinney.
Oh, God, I had that too. God.
You've both just described my experiences with the Social Security Administration. They never call back when they say they will.
Yeah, I had that too. Well, not Social Security, but DWP. Yeah. So that was that was an annoying day. So I got basically 4 hours of not particularly restful sleep, and then got woken up by that. Then wasted a day waiting for them to actually get in touch, which they didn't. And then tried to sleep and couldn't again. So this has been a fun, 48 hours. But, whatever. I got a chapter out of it, so that's a plus.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Spoken.
Yeah.
Regale us with your tales of, I'm gonna call it programming.
Yes, pleasure us.
I don't know how much programming is actually involved, but I'm going to call
really
it that.
not programming.
Yes, pleasure us with your mouth. Regaling us with tales.
Anyway, that's the main part of my week was creating and maintaining a Minecraft mod pack. It is available on the Twitch platform. It is called Weaselcraft. That is 2 different words.
Yo.
Yeah. Weasel, the person on this podcast, was the inspiration for creating the pack and a good deal of inclusions therein. It's mostly magic
craft, decocraft.
It's mostly magic based. It's got some tech stuff. It's got Project E, which is one of my all-time favorite mods. Most of the curating stuff has been getting opinions for mods to add from friends and acquaintances, adding those in, dicking about with the configs to get some good options set up, and going around to all the stuff in the mod pack that isn't compatible with Project E, and giving it an energy amount so that it's compatible with Project E. So,
also has some essentials like Tinker's Construct and Archimedes ships.
Yeah. Anyway, that was the bulk of my week. I have also been keeping up with the news, to the surprise of probably actually no one who would be ranting about the news before.
Not been a good week for that.
Yeah, so how about that Paris Accord? How about that fractally stupid and ludicrously inaccurate statement made regarding why the United States is pulling out of the Paris Agreement?
Yeah.
It is voluntary. Voluntary. You weapons-grade Tangelo.
Weapons-grade plum, as the Scots would say.
I don't know what a Tangelo is, but I'm sure it's probably very accurate.
It is a variety of tangerine.
Which is a little orange.
Yes, okay.
So annoying.
Yeah, it is pretty annoying. So let's talk about something nicer. Aren't tangerines pretty good? They're pretty good. I like tangerines.
When they're not the leader of the free world, yes, they are.
Yeah.
And
oranges that are already in segments and stuff, so you can just it's good.
Casey, make that noise again.
Hum.
Yes.
Yeah, it's creepy.
I'm apparently creepier, so I'm not going to judge.
But
I liked it.
from that, I've been keeping up with some fanfics that I quite enjoy, finding a couple of others that I'd never read before that I quite enjoy, and actually earning some money for once.
Yay.
Nice.
Yay, by writing up bills for my dad's family business and doing some call arounds, because he went from so here's the thing, my dad does remodeling and repair. He's a licensed contractor in the local area. But the thing is, people tend to do repairs at certain times of the year, generally after major holidays. So he has this tendency to go from weeks on end with very little work at all, if any, to the situation he's in right now, where we've sent out 4 work estimates in the last 2 days. He's got 3 projects that he's having to do planning on, and he's got a half a dozen projects that are currently waiting in the wings that he's waiting for a response on.
I can imagine that's kind of an annoying business.
Well, it's not really annoying right now. It can be kind of off-putting to go from I've had no work that's earned me any money in 2 weeks to I am being got up an hour earlier than normal just so we can get everything done that we need to do today. On the other hand, I'm earning money.
There's that. I mean, can't argue there.
Get money.
And I've got some work done on a fanfic that is
No doubt going not to last past the first chapter always.
Weasel, go fuck yourself.
I'm not wrong.
No, you are actually incredibly wrong.
Ooh.
We'll see about that, hun.
So which one of us is it that took 4 months to write a paragraph?
Fuck you!
Oh,
Me.
damn.
I think I haven't updated my story in 4 months, and I haven't written anything for it. Because I've been working on this new story for so long. Gosh.
Yeah, anything else? I think that's pretty much it.
Okay. So, Liza, how's the job going?
Oh.
So
I say, hey,
for those unaware, I started working at a local plumbing outdoor what have you store. I don't know why I thought working there would be a good idea, because I have little experience with everything that is in that store. So when customers are like, hey, do you have any Quickcrete? I'm like, what the fuck is Quickcrete? I don't know where it is, nor what it is. So that's the thing.
I want your job.
Yeah.
I have so much experience with construction shit. I grew up with this crap. I want your fucking job.
I would happily trade you if I could get another job. But, yeah.
God, I want your fucking job so bad now.
So, I'm only paid $9 an hour, so I mean, it'd probably be a bit of a downgrade for you, but yeah.
Okay, I'm paid $10 an hour where I am right now.
Fair enough.
So it would be a slight downgrade, but on the other hand, I wouldn't be dealing with my dad, who was a floor boss in a cigarette manufacturing plant for like 2 decades and is very used to dealing with that kind of factory floor sort of boss style.
Wow, the minimum wage is so much higher in other states than it is in Illinois.
Actually, minimum wage here is $7.25, I think.
Oh,
so I am actually above minimum wage, but not by much.
Minimum wage is $7.25. Living wage is $11 minimum.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Today would be my 5th day working there. I am learning more every day, so it's getting easier. The only thing I'm not used to is I cannot find where items go. Like, they don't have a location code on them, which is something that Dollar General at least had.
Yeah.
That's really my biggest complaint with the place. Like, I don't mind not knowing where anything is, because I will learn, but, like, yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I have very similar experiences with working in the disability shop. Because it was very... It was organized, but it was organized in a sense of people have been working there for 15 years.
Shit. Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
People have been working there for 15 years, and thus they know where everything goes. So, new employee shows up and is like, so where do I put this? And you have to ask that every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do get used to it eventually.
thankfully, I'm used to asking people where things are, so like I don't mind. We also get radios, so that's nice.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and I found that weird, but I'd had experience
Yeah.
with it very recently.
Yeah,
They're,
warehouse jobs tend to get radios mostly because it's weird to shout across the store,
Yeah.
and often no one close enough that you can just slightly raise your voice.
Yeah. Here's the thing. That's apparently not just only in warehouse places anymore. Because I went shoe shopping on last Tuesday, and it's a tiny store. Like, it's in a shopping center or a mall, I guess you'd call it. And it's like very cramped, very small. There's only like, I don't know, about 50 feet lengthways. And they had radios. And when I asked whether I could get a certain type of shoe in a 9, it was like a military sting operation or something. It was bizarre.
What? What happened?
He doesn't mean a sting operation, more of a black ops kind of thing. They
Yeah,
used a lot of
yeah.
code words and
Yeah, and it was scary, to be honest. It freaked me the hell out. Because I have never seen that before, of just using radios in a shop, especially a tiny fucking thing like that, when she was talking to a guy that's literally like 10 feet behind her. He's like, all right.
You should try riding a school bus for a school bus for a special needs school. It's like they're like talking to base and like using code words and stuff.
Mm.
It's weird.
I will say,
they called it base.
I was near the register and somebody at register needed something, and I just responded with my voice instead of with the radio, and I got chewed out for that a little bit. I thought it was. She's like, "Why didn't you use your radio?" And I'm just like, "I'm right here. I didn't need to." And I get why though. It's so other people that are on the radio can know somebody's helping, so they don't need to come up to the front. So, yeah. Aside from that, I really haven't been doing much else. Trying online dating. That's been going interestingly. So,
Cool.
Not really much to say there. If I have any success, you guys will be probably one of the first to know. So,
Well, first thing you should know is that honesty really is the best policy with online dating. I mean, it's the best policy in general, but especially with online dating. People will be attracted to honesty in your profile.
In what sense do you mean? That can mean a lot of things.
Well, I was very open about a lot of my personal problems on one of my dating profiles, and I got a lot of hits. That even complimented me on my honesty.
Cool. Yeah, there isn't
In fact,
anything to be honest about for me. So thankfully, I'm kind of a dramaless person, I suppose.
Oh, cool.
But
So,
Yep,
you know how I mentioned that I'm getting more work now?
yes.
I gotta go.
Oh, alrighty.
Okay, see you, Tater. Love you.
Love you
Thanks,
too.
Spoken.
Weasel.
Bye, Spoken.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good timing, because that was the end of my week. So we can move on to whatever we're doing.
Weasel?
If there is even anything.
Weasel?
Oh, sorry, I was staring at Death's cleavage.
You know,
Which
that's
one? We have like 6 in the chat so far.
obviously the one I posted from the Deadpool game, right?
Yes.
Obviously, yeah. There we go.
That's the only one with cleavage.
That's right. That's a correct answer.
Third
Sorry,
one kind
what?
of looks like a Sith rather than Death, to be honest.
Yes.
Earlier,
Yeah.
everyone-
Sorry. Before we started this podcast, we were posting about Death, Lady Death, in the Marvel universe.
And the DC universe.
Yeah.
Though no one actually posted that one as a picture. I'll fix that.
Okay, well, it's a good thing Tater's in here because he would have given me shit for this. But I finally, fucking finally, posted Chapter 3 of The Few the Proud.
No, nice. Congratulations.
In fact, should I link to that?
Is that the one that took you 3 months to do a paragraph?
Fuck you.
Thank you.
That was a question. That wasn't an
Thank
insult.
you.
It took me, and correction, no, it did not take me 3 months to do a paragraph. It took me 4 months to do a paragraph.
Yeah, you did say that, Sisa. You got the numbers wrong. That's on you. That's all your fault.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think it matters at that point.
Yeah, I got stuck on having my OC fight the Meowbin brothers.
Mm.
It was the second half of the fight where OC-chan was going on the offensive, and I got stuck, didn't know what to do. I finally managed to get on my writer's block by watching the episode where Zoro fought them.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing about getting stuck. Once you're stuck until you either force your way through it or something strikes you.
Yeah. Chapter 4, we're going up against Krieg. I'm still working out exactly what I'm going to do with Mihawk showing up, because I mean this is a Marine Luffy fic, by the way.
Well, Mihawk can be like, hey, watch this, you stupid idiot. And like, Mihawk,
One thing I'm considering is that Joker will walk up to Mihawk and ask how Jinbei's doing. And this will be the revelation to the reader that Joker knows Jinbei.
I mean, it's more of just...
Joker's the OC.
Yeah, it's not really that much of a revelation, though. It's more just, oh, okay, that's a detail about the character's backstory. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Poor wording. I apologize.
We're writers, man. Wording is the thing that we talk about. So, like,
I write good.
Wording is the thing that we talk about.
Yeah,
I can't. Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
I can talk about wording and I can write about it, but don't expect me to talk about it well.
I write good. I write good. I do not talk good.
See, here's the other thing. We do a talk show every week.
Screw you! You can't see, but I'm flipping you off.
Hey, as long as it's entertaining, I can say whatever I want. I'm sorry, I can't. Sorry.
Hey, Casey, again, where in the video does Laura Bailey talk about dicks?
1:10:59.
Wow. Got that memorized, don't you?
He said it earlier. You might have missed it. You know.
I did actually mix that. I could have assumed, but I mean.
Well, you know.
I may have gone back and watched it over and over again a few times. The first few times was just like, wait, what? And then went back to double check, and then it stopped being that.
It was, wait, what? And then it was like, wait, what?
Hang on, I'm going to play it right now. Should I unplug my headphones so everyone can hear?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's going to sound awful.
God help me, I'm going to link it anyway. Oh, wait, I don't know whether that's okay to do. I don't know whether the videos are private. I'll have to work it out.
I've also been spamming a lot of Yandere Simulator videos.
Yandere Simulator is a game that makes me sad.
Why?
Because the guy spent like 3 years developing this game, and he's still using basic Unity assets from the Unity store.
Well, like, he's partnered with the company Tinybuild now.
Yeah, but like he's been making videos that I feel are unnecessary, and I feel like he should just kind of focus on his work because this game's never.
Yeah. Well, actually, the videos
because this game is never going to come out at this rate.
Well, actually, the videos are only like 5% of his workload, so so it doesn't take much away from the actual game, and they're pretty much his break work editing videos.
Here's the thing: it's easy to say that.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of, game developers that work on Patreon say they're working really, 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 really hard too. An unfortunate amount of the time, that's not actually true.
And then he said, oh, hey, I want to have models like from Persona, and I just kind of was like, really?
No,
What's
he
your
just
plan?
said the Persona art style might be good
Yeah.
for
But like,
the entire
you gotta understand, this guy's running on like Patreon. He hasn't even started the Kickstarter yet.
Yes, that's because he has a plan. Once he has Osana, the first rival, added, then he'll start the Kickstarter.
I don't know, man. I'm just like, I've seen indie devs who just like, bam, few years they get their game out. This game's gonna take like a 6 or 7 year development cycle at this rate.
I'm predicting about 3 to 5 years myself.
It's already been 3 years, so
And I'm predicting another 3 years or another 5 years.
yeah, 6 or 7.
That's
And that's a bit ridiculous.
That's 6 to 8 years for what's on the face of it. Actually, kind of a pretty simple game. It's not amazingly complicated. He had a lot of the assets and framework done fairly quickly, and now he's spent time adding in little shout-outs to other games and stuff, and all this, all this superfluous shit that has nothing to do with actually making the base game.
The Easter
should
eggs
probably be the priority, I'd have thought.
The Easter eggs only take like 1% of his workload, and
It's
the Easter eggs are also his break.
It's
easy to say that.
It's very easy to say that.
Wow, you guys are
But
assholes.
like whether or not that's true is up for debate.
No, we're not assholes. We've just seen a lot of this sort of thing happen, and a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'm working so hard on doing this," and barely anything comes of it.
I mean, there's been many Kickstarters in the past, even of examples of this looks really cool, and then it just goes so long and it never comes out.
Yeah, I've backed a few, and
so
yeah.
like, I think it's fair to be critical of Yanrei Dev. He's not necessarily like immune to criticism.
It's always a good idea to be critical of stuff like this. Projects that are on Patreon and Kickstarter and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
projects aren't on Patreon. Creators are on Patreon, dude.
He is supported by Patreon for this.
Yep,
and then he's going to do it.
Something to come out of it at the end of it. That's
yes.
Yeah, they're supporting the thing he's working on as much as they're supporting him. And if nothing significant comes out of it, then that's on him.
Yeah, his paycheck is literally Patreon for his work because he's a full-time developer right now, apparently. And yeah, this like the problem is what I see happening is he's going to try to keep making it better and better to match those expectations, and it will never fully fit, and then it will just not come out.
I'm just going to do a quick search on something.
Because, like, Patreon for years of support and then Kickstarter, like, you're going to have so many people looking at you that if you screw up, if the game is not absolutely, like, perfect AAA quality at this point, like, it's going to be bad.
That's what that whole "you'll never work in this town again" thing. Only it's the internet.
Yeah, like the expectations are really high right now, and he's only making them higher. And I feel like he's doing it unnecessarily. Remember that he even at one point talked about putting in a fighting system like Yakuza. Like,
he's on 65 grand a year.
What?
$4,965 per month times 12 is about 65 grand.
Oh, you looked up how much his Patreon makes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even accounting for the payments that don't go through, I'm going to say 45 to 50,000 is probably what he gets if he, for a whole year. I don't know how long he's been operating.
I should know what Patreon's cut is, but I don't think it's very high. I think it's about 5-10%.
He's actually said he doesn't really get to spend much of that money on anything personal because he's working. It's just work and sleep for him.
I didn't mean the Patreon cut. I mean people like backing out at the last day so they don't have to pay anything.
Huh.
There are various scummy ways you can get around paying people on Patreon. It's terrible.
Patreon's actually closed some of those loops recently, but yes.
They have. They're doing a really good job of trying to get around it and stopping that. But yeah.
I'm just I'm looking at him with a critical eye because he's a content creator that's, what he's doing. It's not like I shouldn't necessarily believe everything he says is exactly as he says. And that's the same for any game creator at all. Not everything's exactly the same as what they're saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's an unfortunate downside of game devs on Patreon is they can obfuscate so much because people just don't understand how the dev cycle works.
Yeah, and
they don't understand how much time it takes to make something significant.
And he's his own PR team, so there's that to consider as well.
Mm. Okay, what else have I been doing? Ooh, Matilda and Derek's kids have aged up to toddlers in Sims 3.
What?
Okay.
Why?
I've been playing Sims 3, and Matilda and Derek's kids have finally aged up from babies to toddlers.
We have no idea who those characters are, and
okay, never mind then. I finally started Dawn Guard in Skyrim.
Okay, which side?
I'm going to go for the Dawn Guard because I do not want to be a vampire. I'm a werewolf.
I see. Screw you.
There we go.
I don't want to be a vampire!
There is a second opportunity where you can be a vampire again, or the special kind of snowflake vampire that you can be, or you can do a long and kind of irritating side quest to get around. There's like a roadblock that requires you to be a vampire, so you can either be one, or you can do a side quest that is annoying, but lets you not be a vampire later on.
I don't really like the transformations of either of them so much. Yeah, but like vampires get a pretty cool castle and Serena, so there.
You get Serena either way.
I know, but like I feel better about it if I'm a vampire.
I hear she likes dicks.
Yeah. I've heard that as well. And the many mods that exist have told me that too.
Apparently, like, most of the fandom considers her like best waifu, and I'm like,
because Laura Bailey.
Because Laura Bailey, and because she gets more characterization than pretty much any other character in the game.
Yes.
Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls wiki, it doesn't actually list who voices her.
It's Laura Bailey. I'm not joking. It actually is.
Huh. Oh, here we go. Trivia. Serana's voiced by Laura Bailey.
There you go. I won't say it again.
She likes dicks.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, that whole thing's probably the best and worst thing ever because now, yeah, that was, I'm not gonna lie, it was a nice thing to hear. But also now I can never like hear her voice again without that phrase just rolling through my head again.
Wow.
That's gonna make playing video games a little bit difficult when every time I hear her voice anything, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, she likes dicks.
Wow, dude.
I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been on the podcast proper. But did we ever talk about how Sonic Forces has that character creator now?
I don't think we did.
His, like, that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's I'm gonna get Sonic Forces so I can make Small the cat.
What? Oh, I get it, yeah.
This is my OC, Small the cat.
You really, Casey? It took you a bit to get that?
Yeah. I must save Toady.
Yeah. No, Toady.
It's a joke because it's not big, yeah. It's small. So
no. Okay, I'm sorry. That one took me a bit.
I just want to get that game just so I can screw around and make the worst crap in that character creator.
Create your own Sonic OC thing. That reminds me of the Sonic Dreams collection.
Okay, this was a thing that was in Rooster Teeth's show called Backwards Compatible, where they're playing Sonic Adventure 2.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic Adventure 2!
Type in your first name and then the Hedgehog.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know this game. I've played this game. I made a challenge in my convo where I have most of my friends, I was like, okay, so here's what we're going to do. Type your name, the Hedgehog, Google it. That's the character that you were creating in Sonic Forces. Go. The first one that you see.
Oh, Christ. This is uncomfortably accurate to me, actually.
Because, like, I don't know if you want to put... Because, like, I have, like, an edgelord. That's the first thing that pops up for me.
I have a blonde girl, which I'm totally okay with.
I have a kid who poorly photoshopped him into the Sonic opening.
Yeah, you like my edgelord with his pecs
Hmm.
and long black hair? He's technically not a hedgehog. He's actually a cougar.
Wait, are you using your name or your username?
First real name.
Okay. Because like,
yeah, yeah.
because like you're gonna get some real edgelord shit if you type in Zero the Hedgehog.
Yeah. Also, my other thing came up with something. My username, that is the name I go by pretty much all the time, is a very, it's a unisex name.
Maddie is also unisex, and the
So,
first
like-
option was a girl, but I'm okay with that because I am a girl.
Hmm.
Wait, this is my first response for Slicerness the Hedgehog.
What?
This isn't what? Why?
What the fuck?
It's apropos, I guess.
I mean,
Technically. It's nothing
I
to do with
recognize-
hedgehogs, but
I recognize
So
the characters. It's from
it's
Fallout
like-
Equestria, but like,
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, My Little Pony characters. In Sonic Forces, you can make there's upper headgear, middle headgear, lower headgear, gloves, footwear, body suit, skin color, and probably more options that we weren't able to see.
Should that be fur color?
Yeah, I think that's skin color, fur color, whatever. It's the same thing, literally.
unfortunately, I could probably create my alternate, we'll call it, quite easily, because that's Amy Rose's dress, and she's wearing leggings and boots that are, I'm pretty sure those are Rouge's boots. So, yeah, I could make that if I really, really wanted to. I don't, but I could.
Yeah. We have. I feel like we should drop these pictures in the link up at some point.
Yeah, I'll
but
be
I don't
doing
know.
that.
I don't know if we want to. Well, everybody already knows my real name by this point, so why not? Slicers was called by his first name at the beginning of the podcast,
Yeah.
in the very, very beginning. So you have seven different animal types you can choose, and they each have different abilities. Like wolf automatically draws in rings. Rabbit has a longer invincible time after being hit. The cat keeps one ring after being hit, so it takes two to really knock him down.
I get
Dog
it, 'cause 9 lives. That's pretty clever,
Yeah.
actually.
Dog restarts with 5 rings after the player dies. Bear blows away enemies with I'm guessing just a stronger homing attack.
You can be a bear?
You can be a bear and you can do a homing attack. That's all I need to know. Bird has a double jump, and Hedgehog gets rings when damaged easier. Like, you can collect them easier. Or that's what I'm thinking. It just says collects rings when getting damaged. So, I don't know.
I really hope it's good.
I hope it is.
This character creator stuff is dumb as shit, but I hope the actual game is good.
Yeah, no, I hope it's actually good. But, like, the whole thing is, hey, Eggman won. So, go join the Resistance with your OC.
It's
All your
Satan's
OCs
plotline.
All your OCs are canon. Go.
Oh God! Don't give fans that power, ever.
Did you just realize that?
I didn't know anything about the story. I thought it was. I don't know. Oh, I didn't want to think about it.
Hey, remember that time this classic Sonic and modern Sonic teamed up with Cold Steel the Hedgehog.
Oh God. Donut Steel.
There are gonna donut steal. There are gonna be so many fanfics just spawned from this. Just so many.
Yeah.
And not even just in the sense that, oh, it's going to be bad Sonic fanfics as far as the eye can see, but also it's going to be bad Sonic fanfics that are literally just novelization retellings of Sonic Forces.
Yeah, this is just like, and I know this is old news, but I felt like it was important to talk about this because we are fanfic writers, and like, it's going to breathe a certain form of life into the Sonic category that was already there, but
Yeah.
like the clothing options I saw, like there were some that seemed kind of cool. So like I don't know,
I don't know why they went with the weird like sort of emo nerd glasses for the trailer.
Yeah,
that was a little.
It's the most OC character you can make, I guess.
Sonic needs pants.
But you could put pants on, I guess. Well, I feel like you can also control your height from just what we saw of the characters, so that might be a thing. The music for the game, from what they've been releasing, sounds really good.
Well, yeah, it's Sonic music, so of course.
Yeah, but like there's vocals back in there. They just released a song that has vocals on their YouTube channel.
They had that in Generations.
Just
They had a
Sonic.
remix of Escape from the City.
But this is actually like vocals in a game that's like new and like a new song, not an old song reused.
Hey, so I didn't realize how late it was. I need to start getting ready for work like right now. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Seriously,
Alright.
yeah, we did
Seriously.
run overtime quite a bit.
Yeah. But you know, that's fine. It's fine to run overtime. Why not?
You're doing overtime.
I just remembered this. You know that game Arms for the Switch?
No.
Yeah. The game where you punch people. Your arms extend.
Okay.
Yeah. I played that. They had like a test punch thing. That game's really fun. Really fun. Anyways, that's it. I feel like we're running out of steam. Anybody got
Running out of people.
Yeah, everybody's dying. Reckon Fandom Flux is dying.
And I can't get a word in
Fandom
edgewise.
Flux likes dicks.
You know,
It
You
should
must
be the
have
title,
said that.
but I.
with our
Do
with our current cast composition, that's becoming more and more true.
Okay, so we're not going to do recommendations this week. That's not a thing that we're going to do because, like I say, we're running over time. And I actually do need to edit everything and do the link dump and everything before
I had a recommendation.
about an hour and a half from now.
Just drop a recommendation real quick, Weasel. Go.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
What's it called?
No, it's fine.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Bye.
Oh, shit. We do actually need to do one other thing because we're obligated to, and because it's the right thing to do. Because...
Patreon.
Typing in my email. Patreon is a thing that we receive from people that are kind and lovely people. They're lovely people. So, I have to do the thing to say thank you for being lovely people. Okay, so from the bottom to the top, this is not arranged in any way that is sensible, but you know. Oh, I can sort it by pledge amount. Okay, so Bomber BCM donated $1. Thank you, Bomber. Appreciate it. Cool. Tempest Troper continuing to donate $5. Thank you.
Oh
Tempest
yeah.
Troper.
He messaged me a while back actually. He wanted to say that like he fixed it so that he made sure that he was still giving us money and that he still likes us and supports us, and he wanted to say hi to everyone.
Thank you, Tropa.
Yeah.
Cool.
He said every time I see the Patreon notification, it reminds me to pray for you guys that you're still doing well, and I figure that's gotta count for something, even if $5 isn't much.
No, yeah, thank you. Like,
Yeah.
genuinely.
And
All of this is genuine, but yeah.
Yeah, thank you. He also said, I still absolutely adore what you guys are doing, and I'm glad that I've been able to donate for this long. So yeah, he's still watching, I guess, and supporting us. He likes what we do.
Yay. Crossbrain donated $10 again. Thank you, Crossbrain.
You're welcome.
Ethan F. Yeah, that's probably Ethan F because it's Ethan F. Even though it's not Ethan F. It's $10. Thank you, Ethan F. You're a cool guy. You give a shit sometimes, which, yeah, fair play. Keep doing that.
Yeah,
A lot of the time it is fair play. Sometimes it's, a little mean, but whatever. That's how it goes. Thank you for the donation.
Casey?
Mm-hmm.
Every time you say fair play, it reminds me of Survivor with a contestant who called himself Johnny Fairplay. As to be expected with a guy who called himself Johnny Fairplay, he was anything but.
Okay. Max Duel donates $20. Thank you, Max Duel. If you want to be on the show at any point, just say so. Have you on again? I don't think you've ever been on, so thank you. And if you want to be on, just say so in the comments. Hugh donated $20. Your name is still impossible for me to say properly, but
Hugh Joe 8.
Yeah.
So Hugh Joe 8, if you want to come back on and just like
hang out,
hang out, yeah.
So yeah, thank you everybody that donated. Once again, $1, $20, $1,000. It'd be weird, but I'd be okay with it.
I think like
with
really
the way
matter
how much it is, I appreciate people that just want to put something down on this.
We don't even have a tier that high.
No, we don't. I don't even know what we would do for that.
Like if you gave me $1,000, I'd do a lot of things. To be fair.
Oh really? Now.
Yeah. I mean, not as much as $1 million, but I could still do some stuff.
Zero, you're already rich.
Just because my family has money doesn't mean I have money.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so thank you to everyone that donated. I think with that we're gonna close out the episode. So, thank you for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 178. If you'd like to get in contact with us and use us with the YouTube channel with comments, please donate on Patreon if you feel so inclined. Once again, I'd like to think of it as the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 178. Bye now.
Bye.